kids between 6 and 8 right now. Yeah? Is that the age, because I forget, is that the age where you'll just be with them at the mall and they'll just all of a sudden just start doing a dumb dance like... Is that age? They're at the mall and all of a sudden you look over and they're like... And you're like, do I have to get you tested? What the fuck is going on with you? Jacob was around the front that age, right? And here's a couple things you need to know about me, guys, around this time. First of all, we had no money. I was raising 3 kids in one room. I made $1,000 a month. I lived in Los Angeles. We were poor. And so Jacob had a Game Boy. Game Boy cost $200. That was a fifth of what I made every month. It was a big purchase for me, okay? First thing you need to know. Second thing you need to know. I was probably more strict on my kids when they were younger than you think I was. I was a single parent. I did not know if I was ever gonna meet somebody. I could not take the chance of them thinking that this was just gonna be a fucking playground the whole time. I wasn't gonna be able to keep control of the house. It was important for me that they knew that what I said is what I meant. I'm with that with everybody. To me, I'm not a second chance dude. Your chance was when I told you, hey, I don't like that. I don't know why I need to say it a fucking second time. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, just know that going into this story. All right. So Jacob gets in the car one day. 7, I pick him up at school. And he's in the back and he's playing his Game Boy. And I look in the rearview and I go, hey. He goes, yeah. I go, did you bring your Game Boy to school? He's like, yeah. I go, that's against the rules, dude. And he goes, how do you know the rules? And I said, I'm the only one in the car who can read. I know the rules, you know? And I go, you know you're not supposed to bring that. He goes, yeah, but it doesn't matter because they didn't catch me. And I go, I want to let you know that's not the point of rules. And I said, and just because that's your attitude, I'm going to take a stand here. And I'm going to tell you right now, you bring that to school again. I catch you bringing that to school again. I'm throwing that away. By the way, parents, you ever promise a punishment and as soon as you do, you're like, fuck. The worst was grounding because you're like, fuck, I guess I'm grounded too. Fuck. That first time you ground your kid, you're like, wait, did I fuck me up too? Holy shit. Oh, you start thinking of different punishments. You're like, I don't like grounding anymore. That's not good. I don't like that one. Yo, I grounded him for a whole summer and I realized I'm grounded too this whole summer. Oh no. So I tell him, I go, I'm gonna throw that away. Don't bring it to school. And he said, okay. The next day, he goes to the bathroom, we're going to school, and he leaves his backpack up against the door. Now, I will tell you something else, guys. I was a proud snooper through my kid's shit. I will tell you this, I never snooped to bust them on regular teenage kid stuff. I snooped just in case they were doing something that I thought was dangerous. That was it. You were allowed to be a dumb teenager. You never got in trouble with that at my house. But if you were going to do something dumb, I needed to be there and know. And so I snoop. I look in his bag. And there's the Game Boy. And a $20 bill. I'm like, where the fuck did he get that? Oh, I took that. Who raised kids with no money? Anybody raise kids with no money? Yo, man, I will tell you something right now. When Jacob was 18 and broke open his piggy bank, he was like, what's with all these IOUs? What does he need a $20 bill for? He's fucking 5, you know? So I see it. And I don't want to bust him because then he's just going to hide it better next time. He needs to come clean. So we get in the car. And I start this. Every parent, you've done this before. Like, what's going on? You're just trying to get the truth out of them? What's going on, buddy? Anything fun happening at school today? No. You do anything special at school? No. What are you going to play with your friends? I don't know. Nothing, right? So then I try a different tactic. I go, hey, man, just so you know, I don't know if I told you, but today the car is a punishment-free zone. you don't get in trouble for anything you admit about anybody. And he goes, I won't get in trouble? Oh, yeah, that's right. I go, and you can tell me anything, man. Anything. No trouble. You can tell me anything. He goes, okay. And I look in the rearview mirror and he goes, Trevor stuck his finger in the cat's butt. I was like, what? First of all, we don't have a cat, so you know that neighbor cat was like, I'm not going to that fucking yard again. Fuck that yard, I don't like it. Yeah. So I go, he goes, he's not going to get in trouble? I'm like, I was like, well, I'm not shaking his hand later, but. I go, anything else? He's like, no. Oh, okay. And he goes into school. So I call my dad, which I always do with parenting questions. And I said to him, I told him what the deal was. He goes, you have two options. You can bust him, or you just pretend like you didn't see it. But if you do that, just know he's going to think he got one over on you. Can you handle that? I'm way too petty for that shit, guys. I can't have a 7-year-old walking around my house thinking he's smarter than me. I can't fucking have him thinking that he knows how to get shit over on me. I just can't. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna have to fucking bust him. So he gets in the car on the way home. Guys, it was like the best day he ever had at school. He gets in the car, I'm like, how was school? He's like, good, best day ever, good. The whole ride home, he's pinned on a 10 about how great his day was. And I will tell you, this is the type of asshole I am. I started to laugh because I knew what 10 minutes from now, all I could think was, what a fucking emotional roller coaster today's gonna be. So he gets in the car, we're driving home, super psyched. We get into the garage, we take the elevator up to the 3rd floor. We're walking down the hallway. And we get to the trash chute. And I say to him, I go, hey man. He's like, yeah. I go, you want me to throw out that Game Boy you want, or you want to? And he looked at me. Just one last ditch. He goes, what Game Boy? I said, the Game Boy in your backpack. Now, anybody in here ever lie to their kids before and tell them you had special powers because you didn't want to explain anything else? At one point in time, I had told Jacob I had X-ray vision. So I go, the Game Boy in your backpack, and he goes, I forgot about your X-ray vision. Yeah, I was like, whatever, yeah. I go, you want to throw it away? You want me to? He goes, you do it. I go, okay. This is the one part I felt bad about, guys. Because we had one of those long metal chutes. Yo, you heard every gang, 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 gang. Bang, 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 bang. And the very last bang, he was like, oh. And look, man, if you're a parent, you know, and if we've all been kids, you know, you do not listen to a single one of your parents' life speeches. There isn't a word that comes out of their mouth that you remember. All you're thinking is, when is this old fuck gonna stop talking? Yeah. And very rarely, there's a time where you think you can say something that your kids will soak in. So I think this is the time. I think he's vulnerable enough, he's open enough, I can tell him a couple things. So I say to him on the way down to the apartment, I go, I want to tell you a couple things. First of all, that was not fun for me. I want you to know, as your dad, my wish is for you every day of your life to be better than every day of mine. What I want is for you to be happy every day of your life. I just know that that's not possible. Not only do I know that's not possible, I know that I am gonna be responsible for a lot of the days that you are mad. Because I am going to make decisions that I think are right for your life. Actions, reactions, consequences. You picked your action. You don't get to pick everything else that comes after it. Do you understand? And he was like, And we get into the house. And I go, tell me what you learned. He goes, okay. I learned that you do what you say. I said, when? He goes, forever. I go, what else? He goes, I learned that there are consequences and actions and reactions. I don't know if that's the right order, but I know that's what happened. And I go, what else did you learn? And this fucking guy dries his tears, takes this deep cleansing breath. He's just like, I go, what else did you learn? And he looks at me and he goes, I know what I want for Christmas. Guess who was dumpster diving an hour later with the fucking peas and carrots? Now, I want to tell you guys something. The reason I have waited a long time to tell that story. You know, I love telling stories. To me, the biggest challenging stories are the ones that where you're counting on a laugh at the end of the story to carry the whole story, right? Because if that laugh doesn't work, that's a fucking TED Talk. You know? So thank you all very much for letting me tell that one. That one is super challenging for me. I appreciate it very much. That's how big her titties were. They made that noise through the air.